are currently under attack by a very well coordinated psychological operation to set up everybody against President Trump. How can you recognize it? You recognize a psyop when you see a certain line, a certain statement being repeated over and over and over and over and over and over and over again by countless different accounts. The statement that is being used now to set up everybody against Trump is MAGA has abandoned Trump. Trump has abandoned MAGA. You see this very exact phrase being posted on thousands of big accounts, which means that they are all part of this operation to attack Trump, to try and destroy his support base. And a lot of people who don't think fall for it. Because when you repeat a lie often enough, a lot of people will begin to believe it. And I'm telling you, MAGA has not divorced Trump. Trump has not betrayed MAGA in no way. What he's doing now is exactly what he said at the very start of this movement. The military is the only way. You remember all the generals from the US military who were gathered in the White House and Trump was standing in the midst of them? And a reporter asked, "What is this?" And he said, "This is the storm." What storm, Mr. President? You'll see.
You guys know what this represents?
Well,
Maybe it's the calm before the storm.
what's the storming?
Could be the calm before the storm.
What storm, Mr.
We have the
President?
world's great military people in this room, I will tell you that. And we're going to have a great evening. Thank you all for coming. Thank you.
What storm, Mr. President?
You'll find out.
Give us a hint on your decision.
Thank you, everybody.
And at his inauguration in 2017, officers from the military gathered behind President Trump, something that was very uncommon for an inauguration. They showed that Trump had the full support of the military.
Today's ceremony, however, has very special meaning because today we are not merely transferring power from one administration to another or from one party to another, but we are transferring power from Washington, D.C., and giving it back to you, the people.
What we're seeing now is the storm. The military is the only way. We always knew it. So why are we now upset if finally the military is being used to end the rule of evil worldwide?
I am your warrior. I am your justice. And for those who have been wronged and betrayed, I am your retribution. I am your retribution. I will totally obliterate the deep state.
So how has the military been used to save this world from darkness? For example, by invading Venezuela, which was the central headquarters from where the elections in America were being rigged. And elections in many nations around the world were all being rigged from within Venezuela. Venezuela was the central headquarters of the satanic elites. By invading Iran, Iran was being prepared, was being funded and armed by the deep state in America. Before Trump, Obama sent countless billions of dollars to Iran. Israel sent billions of dollars to Iran. Iran was being prepared as the launch pad from where a nuclear global war would be launched to destroy America. The Deagle report said very clearly in 2015, it said that by 2025, 65% of all American people would be dead. America has been used as a cash cow for these elites, but they knew eventually we'll have to get rid of America if we want to succeed with our one world government. So America would be wiped out by a nuclear war. And Israel is the one who was preparing Iran for that. And now Trump is using Israel. This is the brilliance of how he works. He's using Israel to take out their own plan in Iran. And Trump and the military are effectively doing what they told us 10 years ago. This is the storm. The military is going to places around the world, central locations from where these satanic elites have been running their evil schemes to push humanity off the cliff. It's not a joke when President Trump posts things like, "We are saving the world."
An Iranian regime armed with long-range missiles and nuclear weapons would be an intolerable threat to the Middle East, but also to the American people. Our country itself would be under threat, and it was very nearly under threat. I was very proud to have knocked out the Iran nuclear deal by President Barack Hussein Obama. That was a horrible, horrible, dangerous document. They would have had nuclear weapons 3 years ago, and they would have used them.
And his impact is so great that it triggers mass panic amongst the agents of the deep state. Mass panic. That's why they're frantically trying to set up everybody against him. They're frantically trying to destroy MAGA. But it's useless, because he has the military on his side. And they are ending the plans of the wicked around the world. Trump has removed America from the World Health Organization. They were bound to become a world government through a series of pandemics, where they would be the number one, the single unquestionable, unchallenged authority over every nation in the world. They would say there's a new pandemic, and then they would call the shots in every nation. Trump has blasted, obliterated it by removing the USA from the WHO. The United Nations was the central organization for this one world government. Trump wiped the floor with them. He basically pulled the plug and said it's over for the United Nations. The World Economic Forum was the number one platform where the elites were gathering to plot the destruction of humanity, the enslavement of the world. Trump literally blasted them to their face and ended their schemes. NATO, the warmongering machine that was being prepared for a global war to destroy Russia, because Russia is also a nation that has to be eliminated. Trump is stepping away, is removing the United States from NATO. He is literally, one by one, pulling the plug from all of these major globalist organizations. We don't understand what he's doing. We don't understand the significance of that. They've been building these organizations for decades as fundamental, structural parts of the one world government. And Trump is just blasting all of them one by one. Election fraud will be gone. Taxes will be gone. Fraud, mass financial fraud. $500 billion in fraud in America alone. Trump is ending all of it. Brainwashing of the kids, gone. Vaccine mandates, gone. Poisoning of the food. Trump appointed RFK to put an end to that and make food healthy again. There are so many critical, fundamental things. Trump has now ended the biolabs where bioweapons are being developed for new pandemics. Gone. Child trafficking, gone. Trump is the one who blew the whistle on Epstein. He's the one who arrested Epstein. It's Trump who stopped the Epstein operation. And then he played it so that he was supposedly in the Epstein files. It's all a bunch of false, outdated accusations that have been debunked years and some even decades ago. Trump used it, nevertheless, to get the Democrats to demand the release of the Epstein files. So Trump cleverly played the deep state to have the Epstein files released, because nobody would ever care about the Epstein files. People don't care about how children are being abused. The patriots have been shouting from the rooftops about it for decades. Nobody wanted to listen. But because Trump is in the files, now suddenly everybody wants to see the Epstein files. See how it works? So Trump said, I'm in the Epstein files. Well, no, he actually said, oh, I'm not in there. It's a scam, blah, blah, blah. So he played it very smart. And he tricked them all. They all fell for it. Because now everybody wanted to see the Epstein files. Trump is the one who had Epstein arrested. He's the one who blew the whistle. He's the one who caused the Epstein files to be released. And he allowed his name to be smeared and slandered for it. He's the goat tied to a rope in the jungle to lure in the tiger. Trump allows himself, his reputation, to be destroyed in order for the truth to be revealed. Can you imagine that? But be aware, there's an operation to attack your mind with the lie, MAGA is turning against Trump, Trump is against MAGA, there's no MAGA anymore. This is what Israel is trying to do. This is a Mossad operation. This is literally a Mossad operation. They're trying to destroy Trump's movement. Don't be such a fool that you fall for it. Trump is ending the rule of evil. He's breaking open a beautiful new world. Imagine a world without election interference, without poisoning of the food, without criminal health care, without corruption in the government, with Christ at the center of human society again. That's what Trump is doing. Imagine a world without censorship, with total free range of the truth. Imagine a world where goodness reigns and evil is being reined in. That's the world that Trump is giving you. Follow me here if you want to hear more.